The short montage you just saw has been recorded with the Panasonic HG3 camcorder. The model is so rare there is very little information about it on the internet. All I know, it was touted as the smallest 3CCD handheld camcorder when it was released, and it was 30 years ago. This professional camcorder is based on a family of consumer models that seem to have never been sold in the United States. It records video on a small VHS or SVHS cassette in one of the four formats: VHS SP, VHS SLP, SVHS SP, and SVHS SLP. SLP is also known as EP and allows tripling the recording time. Its three 1/3 inch sensors provide horizontal resolution of 530 lines. The 10x lens accepts attachments via 37mm thread. Audio is recorded either with a built-in stereo microphone or with an external one as high-quality hi-fi stereo. The prefix AG in the model tells that this is a professional model, sold and serviced through Panasonic Broadcast Division. Compared to its consumer-grade progenitors, it has been beefed up with a Control-M interface, which allows to link to edit decks and edit controllers. And don't forget the 3CCD sensor block. Back then, in the early 1990s, this was a really big deal because only the big broadcast shoulder mount cameras had 3CCDs. The camcorder has no menu. You control its operation with the buttons and switches, which are clearly marked. The information is indicated both in the viewfinder and on a dedicated info screen. There is no flip-out LCD screen. The viewfinder uses a tiny color cathode ray tube. In full auto, the camcorder does everything. You cannot even use manual focus. In the manual mode, you can set white balance, outdoor, indoor, or manual. You can select shutter speed. Then you can adjust brightness of the scene by adding exposure compensation. Manual focus is also available in this mode. In shutter auto exposure mode, you can lock the exposure to prevent the image from getting bright or dark when the scene changes. This was considered a professional feature back then. In low light, you can add gain with the low light button. It has two settings, +6 dB and +12 dB, or in other terms, 1 and 2 stops. The gain up button is a combination of slow shutter and gain. It has two settings, 4x and 8x, and it can be used together with low light button. To switch to manual focus and back, there is this button in the front. If you press and hold the fade button, the image fades to white. When you release the button, the image comes back. There is no manual control over audio, but at least there is a headphone output. There is no zebra and no color bars either. A relatively rare feature is the ability to shoot widescreen. Because the sensor itself is not widescreen, the camcorder simply chops off the top and the bottom of the frame and records the resultant widescreen image on tape. So some sensor resolution is lost, but at least the tape is not wasted recording black bars. Panasonic used the same approach to enable widescreen on the DVX100 10 years later, which also had a sensor block with three 1/3 inch 4x3 CCDs. I wonder, is it the same sensor block? You may have noticed that the image is rather wobbly and wondered why I haven't used a time-based corrector to stabilize the picture. Actually, I did. I acquired this camcorder in a rather sorry state, without a battery, without a power adapter, even a rubber eye cap is missing. Luckily, I was able to power it with a 6V JVC battery pack. The head drum makes loud noise. I don't know whether the bearings are completely worn out, or it's simply a matter of lubricating them. It chews tape, but at least it pulls it through, so I was able to make some shots, but I have to throw out the tape now. That's it. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.